Good evening. I'm delighted to welcome you on behalf of our team this evening. My name is Sheikh Turab and I'm acting as chairman. Our passionate speaker is the lovely Tara Arif, and she will be talking on a subject that is quite close to our heart. A subject that she feels not many people has knowledge about is a subject about the unknown perspective of her home country, as her speech is called, the other side of Iraq. She's a very eager and engaging speaker when it comes to speaking about these topics, and I hope you give her the attention she so truly deserves. After the talks, I'll be inviting 2 questions from the adjudication. A vote of thanks will then be proposed by Samaya of Ellen Wilkinson School. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm applause to our speaker, Tara Arif.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome from myself, Tara Arif, and my highly esteemed colleagues. I thank you for being here on this very special occasion. I decided to stand here before you tonight to express my strong views and feelings on such a contentious topic that I feel so strongly about, that runs through my blood, that's really close to my heart. Now, when I say the word Iraq, what is the first thing that comes to your head? Terrorists, Saddam Hussein, car explosions, fighting for oil. Now, as an Iraqi, this is extremely disturbing, as our great nation has been reduced by many, as it is associated with only negative aspects that are distorting the Middle East at the moment. Now, many may call these people narrow-minded. I don't, because the media has tremendous influence on our way of thinking. In this speech, I hope to, if not convince you, then at least inform you of the other side of such a beautiful country that's rich in culture, has an impressive historical background, and is home to diverse multicultural communities, but unfortunately, a side that's unknown to the rest of the world. Did you know that one of the seven wonders of the world is situated in the legendary city of Babylon, which is indeed one of the most ancient cities of all time? The famous Hanging Garden, built by King Nabucodonosor, was built for his wife, who is from the mountainous region, so that the garden was built to allay her homesickness. The garden consisted of fruits and flowers, waterfalls, gardens hanging from the palace terrace, and exotic animals, features that bewildered the Greek poets and historians. Now the ruins can be found in Baghdad. Besides this, Babylon was renowned for its magnificent temples and palaces. The most important monument is the Summer and Winter Palace of King Nabucodonosor II, and the Lion of Babylon, which still stands today. Now, it's not only the beauty that I am so proud of, but also the brains. The 9th century Arabic mathematician and astronomer Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi was an Iraqi who is acknowledged as the foremost mathematician of all time, as his work became the important source for European scholars. Some of his work included the science of transposition and cancellation. The word algebra became the English word algebra, and he worked on astronomy, on the Jewish calendar, on the Hindu numerals, and also including the zero, therefore changing our way of thinking of life. Now let me navigate you towards the north of Iraq, the home of the Kurds. Kurdistan is the land of rugged beauty, being characterized by mountains, waterfalls, water springs, and rivers. I bet you've heard of the Angel Falls. But what about Gili Ali Beg? It is the highest waterfall in the Middle East, situated right in the heart of Kurdistan. And that's just amongst the other waterfalls such as Berkhal and Juzikan. Juzikan is the largest lake laying an altitude of 900 meters. Forget about the Scandinavians. Why not go and try Haji Umrah, a ski resort in the north of Slimani? Historically, Zahra Bridge is the oldest example of an arch bridge in the Middle East. It dates back to the Abyssinian times. Also, a 4,000-year-old castle right in the middle of Kurdistan can still be visited today. Erbil, which is the capital city of Kurdistan, in itself is one of the world's most ancient contenders for ancient cities, and which stretches back to the Babylon times. The famous site of the battle between Alexander the Great and King Darius can also be visited with a short drive from Erbil city. This can be fascinating for the historians among us tonight. Shoklawa, located in the north of Iraq, is a huge fertile forest that many escape to during the unbearable heat of the south. Its refreshing shade of the trees is most well known for its relaxing powers. Now, even though Iraq's economy is not well at the moment, recent studies by Center for Global Energy Studies and Petrology and Associates offers an optimistic amount of oil reserves in Iraq, playing at 300 billion barrels, a number that would give Iraq reserves greater than those of Saudi Arabia, making it the richest country in the world for oil reserves. Now, this quite obviously makes it desirable politically and economically. However, all this beauty was concealed by a monstrous dictator who failed to appreciate the wonders that enhance such a beautiful country and turned it into battlegrounds and torture zones. Many say Iraq was better off under Saddam as it was more stable. I strongly disagree, as anyone with real-life situations to experience it. It was a corrupt country. I hope I have changed your views about Iraq. Thank you.
I'd like to now invite a question from the speaker.
Thank you. You know so much about the country, Brian, and it's better now if you could, you were Prime Minister, would you pull the troops out?
I personally wouldn't pull them out at the moment because I feel the country is not stable enough and the government can't look after its own country. Therefore, it needs help from outsiders. I believe that as long as they're there, even though it's not stable enough, it is quite corrupt at the moment. But I think it is, to a certain extent, it's quite good and it does look after the country. But if they do go out of the country, it will be unbearable to live in. Thank you very much.
Once again, I'd like to introduce you to Minister for Helen Wilkinson School, who will propose a vote of thanks to our speaker, Tara Harris.
On behalf of us all, I would like to thank Tara for giving us her talk on the other side of Iraq. During Tara's talk, she did not stand here with her eyes gazed down, speaking in the same tone and volume, but varied her speech, used body language to emphasize gestures, and engage with everyone by making eye contact. Tara made specific, persuasive points, supported by examples and explanations. Like a staircase, every point she made had a link to the next point that followed, making it easy to understand, and well organized. Every day you learn something new. I have learnt that there's so much more to Iraq than what the media portrays. Tara has increased my understanding and awareness of the topic, and for that I thank you. The questioner did challenge you with some difficult questions, but you listened to the questions, answered them carefully, and very effectively. But the factor which fascinated me the most is, Tara didn't impress me, the adjudicators, or you, with overcomplicated terminology. Ladies and gentlemen, What you see here is a true, genuine student who has presented no one other than herself. Her speech was interesting, effective, and personal. Finally, on that note, I would like to invite the audience to give Tara a warm round of applause.
Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone who has managed to spare their time and effort into